Welcome to another episode.
Take
a moment.
How long's a moment?
These were the technical deals.
Yeah, the movies.
Fans, the music, the excitement of it all.
When you see that they're doing it out of love.
Not at all. Thank you.
It's true though, it's funny. Hey guys, welcome to another podcast with Climb the Mountain. I'm Carey, your host, and today we have a special guest. He is an Australian Afrikaans person called Reeff. So I'll let you introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're here in Cape Town.
Okay, so my name is Reeff. I lived in Cape Town until the age of 11 and then moved overseas to Australia. Lived all over the world since for the last 5 years, and now I've settled in Cape Town. So I'm an online fitness coach. I dabble very heavily into psychology and specialise in neurodivergent people entering the fitness space and getting their lives back together.
Yes, that's great.
I've been here for 8 months now.
Okay.
So I took a little hiatus break. So I've been, since I lived in Europe from 2026, I moved out of Australia, lived there for about 4 years between Denmark and the UK. Mm-hmm. And then every summer, like every European digital nomad, I'd come to South Africa. Yeah, come to Cape Town. And then, 3 visits here, and I thought, okay, I'm going to move here for good. So now it's been 9 months.
So I saw a reel of yours on Instagram where you were talking about having goosebumps.
Yeah, that was recent.
That was really cool.
Yeah, so that was actually the last podcast that I did. I rode my bike down from the CBD down through Camps Bay and saw the mountains. I love mountains and I love the ocean. It's like my two things. That's, if I was to find a place to live, it would be where the mountains meet the ocean. Then I'm happy.
Here, yeah.
And it's here.
It's here.
It's either here or Brazil. I've actually researched for many hours where places like that exist in the world, and Cape Town, you can't beat it. So I took that road down and I just thought, this is where I need to be.
Amazing.
So at least for a few years. At the moment, it's working very well.
No, I relate. I feel exactly the same. I got back 2 years ago, but you're also originally from here, right?
Yeah, so I grew up in Strand.
Okay.
Do you know where that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, Strand, Gordon's Bay area, very relaxed little place, and now outside of Sydney, Cape Town.
Cape Town. Cool.
How long have you been here for?
2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you did back and forth as well?
Back and forth. I did 5 years in Sydney and then England. And so kind of a little bit different to you.
Okay.
We moved from South Africa when I was 7 and went to the UK. My mum's British. And then, I went to Australia to study. I went to Australia when the Olympics was on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I left South Africa when I was 11 and went straight to Australia and then did the UK.
Other way around then.
Other way around, yeah.
Nice.
But we have a very similar experience then, yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you feel Cape Town is the place to be then as
Definitely.
well? Okay, well, there you go.
But that's why when I watched that reel, I was like, I so resonate with that. Because I've really struggled to integrate into different cultures, some of them. Most of them I can, but I don't feel fully myself until I got my feet in Africa. And I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But I used to, when I'd come here when I was in Sydney. I was there for nearly 5 years. And I'd have like a little, getting on the flight to leave, it would just be like this.
To leave Sydney?
No, to leave here.
Oh, to go there.
Back, yeah. I always had like a little pang of just depression that would set in. And I always say to people, once you've come and you've put your feet on the ground in Africa, there's like a rhythm that pumps through your veins.
Yeah. There's a lot going on and people are very energetic. There's always things happening. Even now in winter, there's constantly things happening. There's a lot to do. So I feel like it's a place to be for now.
Well, welcome back. It's good to have you. So tell us a little bit about your journey as a human and the man behind the muscles and all the things that have, shaped who you are and what puts you, in the seat today.
Yeah, that's a hard question to answer because there's not to sound like I'm very intricate as a person, but there is a lot to it because we moved, like I said, since I was 11. So we moved from South Africa. I could barely speak English. I was Afrikaans through and through, still am. And when we moved to Australia, it was a very hard adjustment because I've moved through 8 different schools through high school. Even in Australia, once we arrived, we moved from Perth to Central Coast, which you know, and then Newcastle for university. Oh, yeah, okay. That's where my mum lives now, yeah. So, I moved a lot. And I had to learn the language, had to learn the culture. At that age, it's extremely difficult. And I already had issues fitting in South Africa because of how ADHD and neurodivergent I am. I annoyed everyone in school. So like I had trouble making friends a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. So so then I started lifting weights. That's basically how my infatuation with fitness started. I played Xbox and video games, watched WWE, and I just love the masculinity and like psyched. Not just that, but the psyched upness behind it. The energy. It just felt like raw, and that's my association with having a good quality of life became with living it to the fullest, and that I associated with these extremes, like extreme sport, WWE, like all this kinds of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, so from a young age, I surfed, I boxed, and I started lifting weights secretly because my parents told me I wasn't allowed to. Because
You're a closet weight trainer.
Yeah.
How old were you then?
Oh man, it would have been.
Dude, how did you smuggle weights into the
Like
house?
13,
Wow.
like when I just moved to Australia. So I had a lot of anxiety, like not anxiety, a lot of energy to get out, and I felt like school wasn't a place that I could fit in. So I just got all my frustrations out at home with 2 dumbbells that my grandpa made here in Strand in South Africa. Yeah, like you can see,
these?
like, I don't know, somewhere in Australia, but you can see where he cut it off with like a handsaw and stuff. It's these massive, like huge dumbbells.
What weight are they?
They went up to like 24 kilos.
Damn, it's
So
13.
whenever my parents would do something in the house, I would like sneak them from under my bed and then do some curls and
That's
try to do lateral raises with it. And and then I did some pull-ups. And then when my dad finally realized that I'm super into this and it's making me very happy, I started putting on some size as well. He bought me a home gym, and then I started training there. And then, I also have a science degree, so I really like the science behind weightlifting and how your body works and responds to certain stimulus and stuff like that. So it was a natural movement for me to go into that. It stimulated me mentally and physically. And then I've just been doing it for the last, how long? It's been 12 years now.
Okay.
And I've kept it natural as well. It's a big thing for me as well to see how far I can take it naturally.
That's very rare too, especially here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's
very
exactly
rare.
why I want to be.
Probably people don't believe that at first.
It depends.
Yeah.
If I go through a stage where I eat a lot of sweets and I get a little bit pudgy, then everyone believes that I'm natural. And then when I put my head down and train hard and get lean and get in a good condition, then suddenly now I'm on steroids. So it just depends where I'm at. But my goal is to one day I've said this for a long time and I guess it's going to happen, but one day when I'm 80 or 70, have a very good physique and hopefully be very healthy.
Yeah.
And then I'll be able to say, okay, this is where you can get if you are completely natural. Case in point, I've done it. So
Absolutely.
yeah, that's the goal.
So you are inspiring a lot of youngsters out there.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of I think it's great, the masculine male role at the moment. I know that there's quite an epidemic in the world, sort of a male crisis happening. I think there's been a female crisis for a long time. Now there's a male one, and it's the suicide rate's crazy. Apparently from the age 12 to 35, guys are like really struggling with masculinity, what's acceptable, what's okay. And I find like being in South Africa, it's more of a melting pot. So part of why I love being here is because everything goes. You know, the weirder the better, and there's not that kind of segregated lifestyle like there is overseas. And I know that America, because I've been there for a long time, that's getting really rigid and quite difficult for people, and Europe apparently too. So
Europe definitely as well, yeah. My experience at least. Yeah.
what would you say to like youngsters out there, or even like your younger self, developing, becoming a man, getting out into the world with all these like socially acceptable and unacceptable kind of nuances taking place?
I think people, to be honest with you, I think the root cause, and this is something very typical, it's been said many times, but it's because people are going away from traditional values.
Okay.
There's no longer, and there's positive traditional values and there's negative ones. It takes some know-how to take the positive and leave the negative, but I think that's what we need to do. I think we've pivoted completely from a exceptionally traditional, or at least myself, coming from South Africa, but very, very traditional, to now the younger generations are completely lost. They have no idea what it means to be a man or a woman or anything like that. And it's if you fundamentally don't even know what your identity is, then fucking good luck finding anything else.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. That's your foundational building blocks. You find that, then you build family, then you build community, and then after that you build a country. And I feel like everything is falling apart because people are just confused with everything, and it's everything shoved down our throats. And I don't really blame people. I understand why it is the way it is, but it breaks my heart. I hate it. So it makes me very uncomfortable. So that's why the stuff that I post isn't very much angled towards that kind of political media stuff, because everyone's already doing it, and I feel like it drains me so much to do that. So the only positive,
feeling anyone's
no, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
And we hear it everywhere, but whether you do something about it or not is a different story. So how I like to think what I like to do with my content now and then is, I guess, somehow directing people how to get back to that without telling them exactly what to do, but teaching them how health and fitness works, how to get over mental blocks. Those are the biggest things. If you can use fitness as a tool to build yourself up physically and mentally, you are set up for a much more, you're a stronger person in general. And that's exactly what I did as well. I had a lot of issues going through school with bullying and with not fitting in. And I have a very big issue with rules as well. Like it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, exactly. Which is why we work for ourselves, probably a very good reason as well. Because
you'd be fired.
Yeah, man, you have trouble taking orders from someone you might not respect. And that's what you have
Depends on the orders too, because some of them are so anal and retarded. It's
well, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, one of the things I think that's important in life, and I have kids and we have to pick our battles. You can't just give people shit 24/7. You got to pick your battles.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I've done, I've literally, I practice what I preach. So everything that I've learned, I wouldn't go and tell people to do things that I don't do myself. So what I've learned is I've really, really built resilience in myself and physical functionality, not just looking good or whatever, but I'm able to go hiking as long as I want. I can go surfing, I can go diving. If someone calls me tomorrow to do something, there's a very good chance I can do it, or I will learn how to do it. And I feel like that is how you get quality of life. If you can do things and you're active and you can actually say yes to things instead of saying, oh, I've got a sore back, or I can't do that because my cardio is shit or whatever. I feel like life's too short for that. So I also have a very big fear of dying one day and feeling like I didn't live life to the fullest. That's like the biggest fear for me, is one day I imagine myself laying in my deathbed and then seeing all the versions of myself.
Shit.
Yeah, it's a
Forgot to do
worry.
those 10 things, man.
Yeah. Like seeing all the different versions of yourself standing around you, looking at you dying and being like, you could have done this. You could have been me. And then I'm like the loser one laying in bed dying, being like, fuck this. Like,
I'm sure you won't be.
no, I plan on not, but my expectations of myself.
Hard towards avoiding that.
Yeah. The expectations are high. So yeah, I try to fulfill my goals, but it is difficult. But anyway, that's the point. So basically, working on myself, building self-resilience, and I have to use something as a tool to build evidence that, okay, I can do something, and fitness has been the perfect thing.
Do you think that evidence-based need is the scientific brain that you have too?
I think so, yeah. It's the psychology behind it. Like, I feel like if you can, as soon as I get a client on and they are nine times out of 10, they're struggling with self-esteem, they don't feel like they can do anything with their body, they feel incapable physically. As soon as we're a month in and I've set goals and they are like, holy shit, I've actually
attaining that.
Yeah, I can lift stuff now. I'm feeling more energetic throughout the day. My confidence is better. I'm carrying myself in a more positive way and I'm well spoken. I don't take everything personally because I'm more self-assured of myself because I have evidence through fitness. Like I've put myself in an adverse circumstance, like an uncomfortable certain circumstance, where even if people are socially anxious and they just find it hard to go to the gym, just doing that first is a big step. So if someone says like after the first month, I feel more comfortable in the gym, I've made some friends, that's a win.
Nice.
So building that self-esteem through evidence is, I feel like it's key. Hey, it's like works very, very well. There's definitely other ways to do it, but it's the way I do it through my coaching.
I love that. And I relate too.
Yeah.
I hate not going to the gym. It's almost like part of the morning ritual.
Yeah.
And
It sets you up for a
so
positive
much
day.
calmer throughout the day.
Yeah. I was going to train before this, today, but it was hectic, so I didn't get
morning.
Didn't get the chance. So I'm going to have to do something after, but yeah.
Nice. So one of the questions I have for you is, everybody goes through trials and tribulations in life. Everybody goes through traumas and difficulties. It sounds like you had your fair share growing up. What are some of the things, if you could put them into like a toolbox for other people along that journey? Kids feeling awkward at school, the ADHD, the like not fitting in, because that's pretty much where everybody is at the moment.
Yeah.
Kids, adults, all the rest. What sort of strategies and things would you put in a little toolkit for our viewers if you could do that?
I don't have anything prepared, but it's the one thing that I can say that I've learned through all of my experiences. If you play someone else's game, you will lose. That's as simple as that. I've gone through years and years of school and university. University I was a bit better, but school especially. And especially with immigrating and not fitting into a completely new culture and then moving schools 8 times as well.
Languages differences.
And languages, exactly.
Yeah.
Where I've tried to adapt to other people and I've left the things that I'm good at, my skills, whatever I'm born with, I've completely left on the side and tried to play other people's games. And I was never good at it because it's someone else's thing.
Yeah.
So it got to a stage where in university I was like, okay, I'm actually starting to find myself. I'm realizing that the things that I want to do, yes, it might be strange, might be, okay, I want to video myself and put it on Instagram. For me, it was a joke for the first like 3 to maybe a year, which is why my name on Instagram is Grub.
Everyone's doing it now.
Yeah. But I remember
Did you start this perhaps?
I started doing it when it was still seen as like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you posting? So that's why I made my name on Instagram Gruggles so no one can find me. But then once I started like leaning into what I really want to do with my life instead
Your
of
authentic self.
exactly, instead of doing what I think other people expect me to do or what they do,
Yeah.
my life started falling in place perfectly. I started meeting people that are in line with the stuff that I want to do, which encouraged me and I encouraged them. And things just fell in place way, way quicker. So I think that's the main thing. If you play someone else's game, you're going to lose. That's the main thing. And then building yourself as well through challenges. You have to put yourself in uncomfortable circumstances to overcome it, to get some evidence of the fact that you can do things that you didn't think you were capable of, and to build yourself up.
For sure.
Yeah, that's the self-esteem building was the number one thing I had to do, and I still struggle with it today, which is why I'm doing podcasts. Like,
Is it uncomfortable?
yeah, man, the last
it?
podcast I did, I was
I
like,
think you're doing amazing. And the last podcast you did, I laughed my ass off. It was so funny.
Yeah,
In
well,
fact, I want to point out something from that, but you carry on.
no, that's it. I still to this day do things that I'm uncomfortable with, and even the fact that I'm such an ambassador for like hiking and outdoors and stuff. I get lazy. I get complacent. I think complacency is a massive killer of like obviously potential as well. Everyone has said it. But so now I've ordered myself some new tents because obviously I just arrived here. So I didn't have
How many
kit.
tents do you need?
I've got 2. So if I can,
One's for your kit and one's
if
for
I
you.
got a mate that wants to come with and
Okay.
he's got an excuse, then I can
Yeah.
say I've got you covered. There's a tent for you.
Nice.
Now what?
So you cover
So-
all bases.
Yeah. So I've got so now there's no. I've got a bike, so I can go wild camping where I want. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I've been very complacent recently. I haven't done any of it.
So it's been storming, so we'll let you off.
Thank you.
The weather's
Yeah.
been shitty.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So just jumping back to this podcast that I saw you on.
Oh yeah.
And I found it, and I've told you I was going to ask you about this because it's super funny and thrilling in a sense. I want to hear about your throat singing career.
Oh man, I wouldn't pull.
And my
career.
question to you is, so you throat sing, and I sort of did a little bit of research on that, and I see that there's different cultures that throat sang or sing.
Yes, very well done.
So
Okay,
thank you.
good.
So I want to know which culture inspired you to throat sing, and perhaps you can give us a whirl today.
No, I just knew this was gonna happen.
Because I've never heard
I
it.
think I need to
Like,
practice. I should have never mentioned it. I think I need to
You
practice
didn't mention it. I looked it up and I saw.
But in that podcast, I made a mistake. I think I need to practice it way more so I can actually, the first time I do it on video, actually do a good one.
You need to. We'll get you back on to do it.
Yeah, man, 100%. Just like one episode dedicated to throat singing. But no, so
You said that you used to be in corporate and you would go into the bathroom and sit in the cubicle and throat sing.
I got so
like,
frustrated
yeah.
in sitting in a corporate environment. So this is so after I finished university, I did a whole bunch of random jobs. I was a bin man for a while in Australia. That pays quite well, so I did that.
Nice.
I did security for many, many years. I really loved that because it's exciting as well. But then when I started doing a more corporate job, it wasn't really corporate. It was more just sales and sitting behind a computer dressed well.
Calling.
Yes,
Oof.
a lot of that. I was so frustrated sitting behind my desk all the time. We were constantly on camera, which I had a massive falling out with my boss as well with. But anyway, and so I had to go. I have a bad bladder. I went to the bathroom every now and then I would just need to get some angst out. So I would just throat singing a little bit, and there was really good acoustics in the
the bathroom,
cubicle
yeah.
and in the bathroom. So I was like, okay, well, but then someone walked in, and the door takes a while to close, and they walked in, and I didn't hear it open again, and the dude is sitting next to me.
It just closed 10 minutes
Yeah,
later.
yeah. And the guy was apparently sitting next to me. I was just on my phone, and I was throat singing like very loud, like full open neck and everything, and then left and sat there, and then
That's
oh no, and then I heard the door close while I was there, and then I was like, holy shit, someone's been sitting next to me this whole time, hearing this.
you could be doing way worse stuff.
True,
Throat singing is
but
not
I
the
think-
worst thing you could get
I
caught
don't
doing.
think this guy expected anything like that. So yeah. Anyway, he sits next to me. So he I don't know if he knew it was me. So
That's
maybe I need to contact him at some stage.
yeah.
Right?
Say,
Do you know that was
listen,
me? Like,
mate, let's actually do some of this, and this is what I do.
yeah, yeah. But it's a Mongolian style throat singing. Yeah,
That's where you got it.
yeah.
Okay,
It's
but they
called-
have it in Xhosa as well.
really.
Xhosa, yeah, they have it here.
I've never heard of anyone.
We
do
need
that.
to get some Xhosa throat singing going as well.
Okay. Does it sound good?
I don't know. I haven't heard any ever.
Okay.
I just researched it, but I didn't actually YouTube what it looks like. I was hoping you'd show me.
Yeah, no, it's actually quite cool.
time.
So it's like you make a deep sound with your throat. Obviously, it's with your throat, but then the whole idea with throat singing is overtones. So you have a deep.
You've got like a few tones going apparently at the same
Yeah, I can only do two, but you have one deep tone and one over the top. It sounds almost like a whistle,
That's great.
and it's really cool. Especially if you're like, I don't know, if you take a little bit of psychedelics or something like that, and you sit around a fire and you throat sing. It's fucking sick. That's a
Well,
if
note
you
to
want to
self,
release.
I'm gonna check it out.
If you want to release, that is how you do it.
This could be the new a new thing for people.
Yeah, I'm gonna
because
start a movement. 100%.
Everybody's looking for a new thing to do.
Yeah.
And that sounds like a rewarding, healthy option
Yeah, I
compared
mean-
to some of the choices out there.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to host a throat singing session. I think it would, unless people know what they're doing, it could sound like very bad. But
Yeah,
that's how I started doing it. The first time I did it was actually on a little shroom trip. So
nice,
yeah,
cool.
and then it stuck.
And now it's a thing.
Now it's the thing. Yeah,
Nice. Well, I look forward to learning more about this.
yeah. I'll prepare next
I'll
time so
try
you can
and do
actually.
it myself.
Yeah. I'll prepare next time so I can do it properly.
I mean, they do breath workshops. You could definitely.
I've got a few friends that do breathwork.
Yeah.
I'm actually very skeptical about breathwork for a long time, but I also read into the science behind that. Apparently, it's really good. So
Nice.
yeah, we can do a breathwork, Tuvan throat
Singing
singing
at a
session.
slash of yoga and cacao.
Yeah. Do you train as well? Like you're obviously quite active. I see you at the gym.
Oof. Yes. I go, the gym's my happy place. I go to, got a lot of energy, a lot of hyperactivity.
You looked very happy when I saw you there.
I'm always happy in there. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
good.
like, yay, unless I'm injured. And I've had quite a lot of injuries in the last 18 months. So I've been overcoming those. And then I usually get in the gym and get super, I have a trainer because I have to have someone to manage me because I forget my age and I used to
overdo
flirt
it.
competitively and
Really?
so I completely overdo it. And I'm just like in my little happy place. And then the next day I can't walk.
Yeah.
And it's a problem. So I have to have Pumbaa going like, dude, slow down.
Yeah, you got to pace
Slow
yourself.
down.
Yeah.
'Cause
I'm learning
I
that as
don't
well.
have a limit or a line. That just happens after
Yeah.
I've broken myself or I haven't. And you never know what's going to happen each day.
Yeah.
It could be either.
Well, I'll watch you in the gym next time. I'll make sure you're doing the right
Oh,
thing.
dear.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah, I'll watch your form.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I think I've got one more question for you. I want to know, sort of with your business and your plans here, where is your kind of forward thinking going and what can everybody look forward to seeing coming from you in the next kind of 12 to 18 months?
It's a good question. So I'm heavily focusing on content now. I have a very hard time managing the business by myself, doing all the admin and everything. I told you the other day when we chatted, I do the filming, the editing,
everything, yeah.
scripting, email marketing, website building, everything.
That's crazy.
And I'm getting sick of it now, and I can't really put time into actual content creation. So I want to offload some of that work and then heavily get into content creation and start adventuring around South Africa.
Nice.
So I've lived here for my whole childhood and now as an adult as well, but I haven't really seen many places. So I don't know if you've been to Drakensberge.
Drakensberg.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Got a
have.
horse there.
Oh, mate, well,
It's beautiful. As a child, though, I haven't been as an adult.
okay. Well, that's my next trip. So I want to go there.
Very
I want to
cool.
go to like the Dolomites. I want to go.
Wow.
Yeah, just a lot of camping and outdoor stuff. Everything that I've been preaching on my Instagram, I haven't been doing for a long time because.
You're admitting this.
Yeah, I'm admitting it because I'm posting old content sometimes as well because I don't have the time to go outside. So I want to free myself up so I can do that stuff again. I feel like I'm not really living authentically at all. And yeah, not practicing what I'm preaching. So
it's also like giving that space and time to get those creative juices flowing and that excitement and things to kind of, like when you get into a creative flow and you've had a little bit of a break, I always find that's when things start manifesting and falling into place. Yeah. It just kind of puts itself together. But I guess you've got to have people that you can trust who are going to help behind the scenes stuff. And that's difficult.
Yeah, it is difficult. And the thing is with confidence as well, with content creation, I don't know if you feel the same, but after you haven't made content for a little while, it could be as little as a week, but you completely, yes, your creative juices might flow, but you can't execute any of it. Or I have trouble executing it because I have that self-doubt and judgment and stuff like that, which is also why I understand when people struggle with fitness because I have the exact same thing with my business.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I've got to force myself now, once again, practice what I preach and force myself to become uncomfortable, feel myself around people and all the rest and get into the flow again because I've completely lost it. It's very difficult to stay on top of it. I see a lot of creators and stuff posting for 2 months straight, great consistency, and then they drop off for 2 months. And then, so you kind of got to fight that. Do you have that issue as well?
No.
Yeah, I feel like I could learn something from you.
No, you need to check out these guys. Yeah. I don't do any posting really. Yeah. And I just plan interviews. And what's really nice about my position is I also don't really have to talk about myself much. So I get to hide.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, maybe we should do a reverse interview at some stage. You get me on again.
Definitely.
And I'll have some questions for you and we can just do that.
I'll sit there, you sit here.
Yeah.
But we're about to start doing loads of content, but I'm really crap at all of that stuff. Okay. I'm very good at lots of things. I'll say.
I hear that.
I'm
surfing and
really shit at directions. I get lost. I don't know how many times we've come here. I get lost every single time. And IT, terrible.
Yeah, but luckily.
And I'm shit at having really shallow conversations. So it's those three things. I can't do that stuff.
Yeah.
And so I have to get help. So
yeah, we're gonna have to get interesting people on your podcast as well. Otherwise, you're gonna be in for a fail.
No,
we
won't fail ever.
No, there you go. That's the attitude that I need as well.
Ever. No, we've been working on this for a year now and we haven't launched. We haven't started our platform yet, but we're about to. And we've had it's been like walking through tar some of the time. There's been so many things that have like slowed us up. And I just know that spiritually, that's a sign that it's going to be epic.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's been hard.
Yeah.
And it's funny because in the beginning, I actually started this because I went on a retreat for 4 days and I hadn't been by myself for so long. And I just had all these visions and dreams and it was beautiful. And then I came back like, I'm going to do a podcast. And I've never even I still to this day, I haven't actually watched a podcast because I don't want it to mess my head up. Yeah. And then I feel like I'm not enough, I'm not doing it right and all those head things. So I've been really lucky. I have a lot of people kind of fell in along the way that were perfect for this, but it's not been without its challenges, that's for sure. So
I feel like I don't know. I'm not a Christian or anything like that, but I feel like I would say I'm somewhat spiritual, even though it sounds a bit cliche. But I feel like when you have a goal, like something that you're working on, the way you just described it, and things fall into place, like you just mentioned, you meet the right people.
The door's open, okay, I'm on the right track.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, okay, well, whatever this is, I'm not going to question it, but this clearly is working, so I'm going to continue it.
Exactly.
So maybe that's what's happening with you. I feel like it's definitely happening with me as well, especially here in Cape Town.
Exactly. This place is like magical.
Because people just meet each other on the street, like it's insane. Like I've met so many people that are perfectly in line with what I want to do for the next couple of years.
I love that.
Like you, literally, we just met at the gym and here we are.
I know, I was trying not to meet you as well.
Why?
I was having a meltdown day and my trainer was like, oh, that's the dude that you wanted to interview.
Oh, did he say that?
And I was like, shut up.
And then?
And he's like, I'll be right back. I thought he was getting weight. So I'm like, Mama, what are you doing? And he came over and you were like pushing 50s, sat on. I'm like, now is really not a good time to try and interrupt this dude.
No.
I got this. And then so that was how we met. It was quite funny.
Okay,
He's like,
interesting.
strike while the iron's hot, man. I'm like, well, I'm kind of moaning and having a meltdown, which I don't usually have.
Yeah.
I was having a particularly shocking day on Friday.
Okay, well, so was I. So I was
yeah.
struggling with the 50s. Normally they're easy. So
I was just pushing
normally I do
fives.
60s.
Anyway.
Yeah, when you
funny.
were like, oh, you were doing 50s.
I was like, not today, dude. I don't want to talk to anyone. I look like shit. Like I was just overeaten yesterday. I think I had a small hangover too, which isn't like me and not very often. So it was not the day, but he was not having none of it.
No, okay, well, that's exactly the push we needed then.
And it worked. So here you are. Awesome.
And I was like, when you were like, oh, you're pushing 50s, I was like, fuck no.
Yeah, you were in the middle of a batter and he's like, I'm just going to go and tap him with the shoulder and have a word. Like, now is not good.
Yeah, no. I mean, normally I do 60. So I was like, not to boast, but just to give you some context, I was also not in my best form there. But anyway, it happened the way it needed to. So yeah.
For sure. Well,
but I'm very curious to hear what you have planned for this as well. It sounds really cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So let us know, let them know how to find you, what you're doing, as in the viewers, let them know. And we'll definitely have to come back and do another one of these next month.
Yeah, 100%. So as you know, I do online fitness coaching. I have clients all over the world. And the reason why I do online and not face-to-face is because I feel like I can provide a bit more value when it's online.
Okay.
I've built a very, very nice system over the last 4 years. My brand is called Huggle Mind. And the system is basically around the psychology, all the mental stuff, as well as the nutrition. Boring, but it's important. And the physical.
The backbone of it.
Exactly. And the physical of how to get yourself basically recalibrated. So
nice.
Yeah. So getting people on track involves a whole bunch of stuff. I can't just do that physically, face-to-face, an hour a week or an hour a day. So the system that I've built is completely online. I do one-on-one coaching that's a little bit more personal, and then also a different package where people can just buy the programs and stuff. If you already know what you're doing, you just want some spice of something different. But you can find it online. It's huggulemind.com.
Spell that for us.
HAGAL and then mind.
MIND.
Yeah, MIND. Yeah. So the Huggle is the rune that I have tattooed on my stomach. It's like the centerpiece of all my other runes. That's called the Huggle rune. And it's basically like, it's supposed to symbolize the complete human.
Okay.
So
wholeness.
Wholeness, yeah. It's supposed to, it's a little bit spiritual, but it's supposed to be like the divine human. And the idea behind it is you get to that elevated self, whether you're a Buddhist or whatever you believe, you get to that elevated self.
Enlightenment.
Exactly, yeah, when you find your purpose.
And the other two?
I have, which ones? I have here, there, everywhere. They're basically all, so if you use a rune in a sentence, so a number of runes together in a sequence, it's a word. Yeah. And if you have a single rune by itself, it usually suggests a ideal or something like that.
So what's the word? The whole word?
For Huggle or for everything that I've got?
Everything.
No, they're all different.
They're all different.
Yeah. Every single thing is specific.
Nice.
Very specific. It's all Germanic and Indo-European influences, yeah. So the first tattoo I got of runes is on my leg, and it was translated completely wrong.
Oh, great.
So I translated.
Where is that? Bali?
No, it's actually in South Africa. A mate of mine did it, and I translated myself.
You.
No, I did it myself, and told him what to put on. That's completely wrong. But the rest I got professionally translated. So, yeah, I know it's the right thing. Yeah.
Cool, man.
But yeah, so online fitness coaching, I help women and men all ages, and it's very personal. We adjust according to people's schedules and stuff like that. And I've had really, really good results for the last couple of years. I don't have that many clients on at a time because I like to focus on specific people, and I'm really enjoying it. I've got very good quality clients. Everyone that I've got on are mates of mine. I've got people in America, here, there, everywhere.
Amazing.
When I go traveling, I can go visit them. It's sick. Like, you go hiking together. I'm planning a trip to the Dolomites that I mentioned before, and I've got a mate in Austria, across the border, right? And we're going to do a hiking, wild camping trip as well. So
that's really special.
Good people, like-minded.
Nice. So you're actually accumulating your tribe.
I would say so, yeah. And I've also got clients in contact with each other. So this one makes this product, or this one does this, and then they start working together.
It's like a networking hub.
Yeah. I've got this cup that a client made for me with all my runes, my tattoos, engraved on the cup. It looks insane. It's the most hectic. It looks like a relic.
Yeah.
And I was drinking coffee out of it, talking to other clients, and my check-in calls, and I had a number of them being like, "Where'd you make that? Like, who made that for you?"
Yeah.
So now this lady is like making cups for some of my other clients. So yeah, no,
Got yourself some merch going too.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, that would be a cool sponsorship. Yeah,
Nice. Well, thank you so much for coming today.
big pleasure.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for having a shit day on Friday and coming over when Pumbaa hauled you out of the training center.
We should thank Pumbaa. We'll bring him a chocolate or something.
Yeah, we will. Thank you so much for coming.
Big pleasure.
It's amazing.
Thanks for having me.